Alright guys, hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about finishing this goddamn hallway. Still quite a bit of work involved, if I'm honest. The majority of the hard stuff's kind of done. It's more just the finishing details, or more than just finishing details. More of the decorating process involved. Really, all kind of the main building side of things has already been completed, which I've shown in the last video because I was going to put up clips from everything I've done. So hopefully you've seen that. If not, I'll run you through what I've done. I've had to rebuild all these door frames on the bathroom and the living room. We've taken the door frames off the bedroom entrance and the kitchen entrance. There's not going to be any door on the kitchen at all, but on the bedroom we're going to have a sliding door hanging, so it just pulls that way right across the back because the bedroom is not big enough. By the time you have the bed, cupboard or wardrobe, whatever you want to call it, the way the door swings open, you'd actually be walking like right into your bed, so there's no space. So yeah, sliding door seems like the best option. So I have already skimmed the worst of the walls, because actually all the walls are actually wallpaper, and I didn't really want to peel off all the wallpaper because the state of the walls behind is absolutely horrendous because it's such an old building. So some of it just came off, the worst of it, like some big chunks just came off. That was unavoidable, unfortunately, but that's fine. So I've skimmed it all, or skimmed the worst parts of it to kind of blend it in, you know, so it blends into the wallpaper like that. But there's still a few little holes and pits that need sorted out before it gets the final sand and painted, you know what I mean, because you can still see some of my tape marks, like tape marks there, tape marks in the wall there. I still need to fix these light switches, and fill this gap in here. All the door frames, the inside of the door frames all need sanded down. I'm just waiting to get an vacuum sander, an electrical vacuum sander, because that saves a hell of a lot of effort. So that is that. But in the meantime, what I can do is, as I say, because it's already filled, I've already skimmed most of the walls, and I've given them a rub down with 120 grit sandpaper, which I actually think's a bit too rough because it leaves a lot of lines in. I'd probably fill in with paint, but I'd rather it was just a little bit smoother. So today I'm waiting on the sander, I can go around and fill in and touch up all the little sanding holes I did from the first. You can see there's little pitted marks in there and stuff like that. And the thing is, as soon as you apply the first coat of paint, or as soon as you apply your paint, that's when you start to see all your imperfections, I've noticed. So I don't want that. So that's today's plan. Also, this really pisses me off. This is the old electric board, or new electric board. So that's an electric board fuse box for the kitchen. This is an old fuse box for the rest of the flat. It pisses me off way up there. I want to try and do something with it. I don't really know what I can do with it, because as I say, electrics, you've got to be careful. I don't want to really blow myself up. Yeah, because that would not be a good end of the day, or a good start to the day. So I need to come up with a plan of what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to do anything at all, might just need to paint it. I'll probably tinker about with it a little bit because I can't help myself. But yeah, I'll just set up time lapses, and yeah, let's smash it out. Let's go on with it. So we're just going to use a bit of smoothing filler. I actually thought I had at least half a tub. I've not actually got that much, but it'll be enough hopefully to just touch up these little bits. If not, Dad can get some more for me tonight. So I can get that done now. That's the first job, and then I might go around and caulk up around all the edges around all. Nice gaps under here, don't want any of those. Put caulk in these gaps here, caulk in these gaps here. Yeah, so let's get cracking. So that's me done for the day. Bit of a slow start this morning. I spent probably the first hour just staring at the place, not really sure where on earth I was going to start. But we finally got the ball rolling. Got the final bit of filler work done on all the walls, or the majority of the walls. There's still a few little bits I need to touch up. But the majority of that's done, which means tomorrow, if I can get the vacuum sander tonight, tomorrow I can come and sand it, and then that's it ready for paint. I also did all the caulking around the doors and in some of the gaps. I've still got the around the bottom of the rail to do, but I think I'll do that actually once I finish sanding, because sometimes the caulk it doesn't like being sanded too much. It kind of goes really weird, so I'll do that after I've sanded the walls tomorrow, hopefully. I also, what else did I do? Got my wood filler in, so I filled in all these gaps on the doors. Under there, all these wee gaps, and then I did it in the toilet door as well. Just filling in all that, because I learned the hard way. Originally, when I first started, I just used a normal filler on the wood, and it was just, as soon as you sanded it, the whole thing just came out. So that was really fast setting, so that's set and ready to get sanded tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and come up with a plan with this. I'm thinking if I just I'm wanting to cut this off, get rid of these handles, then I can square that up, and then I might take this apart and have a wee look and see if I can feed it through there into there. But I'll see, because as I say, electrics are super dangerous. If I mess something up, one, I could set the place on fire, or two, I could kill myself, so we'll see. But yeah, catch us in the morning. Good morning, back at it again today. Got the heater on, full blast, trying to get a bit of heat in this place. Absolutely bloody freezing in here today. First action plan is tackling this cut off, rid of these two bits. That means I can get this leveled up with this, so at least it's in one line and it looks square and proper. Then I'm gonna open this up, turn all the power off, open this up, have a look at it. Might not touch it because I don't want to kill myself. I'm gonna have a look at it. If I can take it apart, that'd be perfect. Feed it back up through here and have that box sitting there, just like a much tidier look. That is the first plan of action. Then I got this vacuum sander, electric vacuum sander, off my pal last night. So once I have tackled that box, done a little bit more filler work on some of the wee bits that will be hidden behind that frame of that box, get the sander cracked up, get this wall sanded, maybe get a first coat of primer on the walls today. If not, that means all the dusty stuff's done, so tomorrow I'm coming here and we're just ready to get painting and get cracking on with it. So yeah, let's get cracking. So, bit of a productive morning actually. Managed to get this all cleaned up, filler and that ready to go. This is just a temporary spot for this. This will not be staying here, but for now it's good enough so I can get this cleaned up and filled up. I had a bit of just this 10mm kind of plywood in that corner there, covering the wires coming into the fuse box. But I realised when we put a radiator cover on here, that's going to be on show. So binned it off and found a bit of skirting, so I put a bit of skirting in there. So now I can get this fired up and get the walls sanded and ready for painting. So let's crack on. For the day, another day dusted. Managed to get a lot done, managed to get everything I wanted done. So last little bit of filler was done, all the walls have been sanded, all the caulking around the bottom, as you can see, it looks a lot better. All the caulking under the rails all finished. There's just a little bit of filler and sander work to do, and this tomorrow, just waiting for it to dry. And also I put wood filler on these doors to fill in all these low bits and cracks in it, and I think I put too much hardener in the mix because it's like absolute concrete and I can't get it off, so I need to figure out some way to try and get that smoothed out tomorrow. But apart from that, we are ready for primer and start painting. So yeah, I'll catch us in the morning. Good morning, back again, day 3 on the haul. Today's plan of action is a little bit of filler, finish that bit off under the door, and then tackle these door frames, get these smoothed off, try to get that wood filler as smooth as possible, and then first coat of undercoat on the walls and the skirtings. I'm just going to paint everything with undercoat. No, obviously I know I'll be putting a gloss finish on, a white gloss satin wood finish on the skirtings and the door frames, but I'm just gonna put undercoat on everything just to get a first layer on it, so it all looks the same at least. It's going to take a few coats, so that's the plan. The door was finished originally. As you can see, it's got scuff marks, wee chips in it. So I'll be honest, I don't think I'll actually do that until all the furniture's been moved in, because the chances are the door will get dinged up in the process. So yeah, Dad went and got me some. This is the best. This is the good filler. This is what I was needing really. This is what I'm desperate for, so I can use that for filling in round that fuse box. He also went and got me, this is what I was really after, the 40 grit sandpaper to try and smooth down those wood filler bits, because nothing else was touching it. It was way too strong. Tape, needed tape for holding these dust sheets up, and my sockets, my new black sockets for light switches as well. So yeah, busy day, so let's get cracking. So 40 grit on the electric vacuum sander. I've done a wee bit on the top here, it seems to actually be doing a good job. I'll probably run over it with, what have I got, about 120 grit, just to smooth it a wee bit, but it's really getting the majority of the roughness out, and it's actually making it pretty level, so I'm happy with that. So just keep cracking on and get these finished. That's all my sanding done now. I tell you, this thing is the business. I'm really appreciative of my pal for letting me borrow it, because it saves on so much dust, and that 40 grit has done the job. I've just gone over it a little bit with a 120 just to smooth off. Good enough for door frames. So I'm just gonna wait. I've just got a little this filler put on here under this. It's still a wee bit soft, so I've got to wait till that just dries up a bit till I give it a quick rub. It's not actually too bad, just a quick sand will do it. And in between where the electrician put a new socket in for the light in the fan, I wasn't trusted to do that. So where he did it, there was a massive big hole, so I had loads of filler in that trying to fill it, but there's obviously, it's gone indent, so I need to fill that. So I'm just going to fill that just now, and while I am waiting on that to dry before I can sand it or just give it a rub down, I'm going to get all my sockets. One socket and light switches, and just get these changed over. The good thing about these is they have like the plastic black plate. Actually comes off, so what I can do is I can come on. Oh, scratch down. So I can take this off like that, put this in, get this all screwed in or in place. So then when I'm painting, it doesn't really matter if I can mask it. I can put masking tape on this and go around it. And then when you put this on top, back on top, it's like a perfectly clean edge. Just so I know everything fits and get everything lined up and in place. So that's the plan. And then once the filler's dried, give it a little rub, give the place a brush, clean, wipe down, and then get my primer on, or my undercoat, or whatever you want to call it. And we're finally making progress, so yeah. Let's keep cracking on. So I managed to get all the light switches, sockets in. Couldn't film anything obviously because I had the lights off, couldn't see anything, but got them all in. I said in the last clip I wasn't going to put the covers on, but I thought I'm just going to put the covers on and just mask everything up, just so I know exactly where everything's going, everything fits. I've just got the heater on. I've actually just got one cold air because there was a little hole above this light switch I needed to put filler in, so I've just got that, just trying to quickly set that. But everything else is done. I've brushed everything down. Is it 100% perfect? No. Is it good enough? Definitely, absolutely. So yeah, I can get my undercoat on. I am using just Valspar, I think it's contact matte, it's called, white. So it's like need a couple of coats of that on, just to try and cover up and fill in as many of the wee holes as possible. The good thing is the rail, the top bit, the cornice and the ceiling have actually been done already. I got a bit carried away earlier on, weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and for some reason started painting that. So the ceiling still needs another probably 1 or 2 coats of white. The rail and the cornice have had 3 coats of gloss already, but I'll put another coat on them anyway to freshen them up. And then the top bit is getting painted a different colour now instead of white. So we are painting the bottom. So obviously, well, there's no door frames on here, but all the door frames, all the skirting, the wee bits of skirting around there, that'll all be white, gloss white as it's meant to be. Inside this door frame will be gloss white. I'm still not sure what to do with this, because same on the other side, because there's no door frame. So I'm not sure whether to stop the paint, the colour here on the edge, and paint the inside of this white, or take the colour right the way and all the way around. So I'll need to wait and see what I think when I get round to it. But that'll be tomorrow anyway, before even take the rest of the day to paint this and let it dry. But we're painting the bottom half this bluey colour, probably looks a bit green in this video. That's going in the bottom half, and then the top little third is going to go that elephant's breath is what it's called, kind of browny. Well, I think it looks like hot chocolate, but I think it's quite nice. So that we're just swapping the living room round. So there's more blue, less brown in the living room. I'm going to also paint this the same colour as the wall, and I'm actually going to try and blend it right in. So I'm going to paint right up to the rail in the blue, and then the top part in the brown, and then mask a line. I see it might look shit, but I'm going to mask a line round it and paint it the gloss white so it looks like it blends in. And then I'm going to paint this the same blue so it covers it, so kind of hides it a little bit, hopefully. Paint that just all white. That's going to be covered anyway, the bottom fuse box and stuff like that. So yeah, I just got my paint here, just get it mixed up. I'm hoping I've got enough. No, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do 2 coats. I better get father to buy me another tin on his way home tonight. But yeah, I'll stick this up, stick a time lapse on, let's get cracking. So that's day 3 finished. Busy day, managed to get a lot done. Actually kind of looks like I've made some progress today. So that undercoat stuff's got a really high opacity. So like the blue and that of the last wallpaper really sticks through, but I put 2 coats on, so I'll probably do 1 more coat in the morning. It was the same in the living room. Once you actually put your proper paint on, it's fine, it covers up perfect. But yeah, all the plugs, sockets in, sanding all finished. 2 layers of undercoat on everything. I did all the woodwork as well, which I know you're not meant to, but I just did it so the paint has something better to stick to tomorrow. But yeah, you can just come in tomorrow and just get fired right into it, and tomorrow hopefully have a semi-finished looking room, which will be good. So yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning, day 4 on the whole renovation. I've come in here this morning and it's actually looking a lot whiter than it did last night. I think that undercoat thickens up as it dries, I'm not sure, because it's nowhere near as opaque as it was last night. You can still see it looks really blue there, but in person it doesn't look as bad. So that was 2 coats, I did of that last night. I'm not going to put another one on, 2 is plenty I think. It's not too bad. So yeah, I'm just going to get cracking on painting today. I'm not really as enthusiastic today as I was yesterday, but there you go, got to keep cracking on. So I'm going to do all my satin wood gloss work first. So that will be the cornice, the rail, all the door frames and the skirting. That's the plan. Get all that painted up first and then ceiling and just work my way down. So the cornice and the rail will only need 1 coat because they've already been done 3 times. The door frames and the skirting will need at least 2, and then obviously the rest will need 2 or 3 coats. So let's get cracking. Trying to think what else I've got to say today. Not much, I don't think. Ceiling will just need 1, and as I say, work from the top down. That's the best way. So if you make any mess, it works its way down. But yeah, I feel like I'm chatting gibberish today. None of that really made sense. Cornice, railing, door frames, skirting, all the same. Then ceiling, brown, blue, done. I'm also going to just mask the door up. I know it's needing another coat and a little tune up anyway, but I'm going to mask it off because that's one less job to worry about if it's not covered in paint from the splatter off the walls and whatnot. Me making a mess, so yeah. I'm going to mask that up first and then just start painting. So this is all my paint selection for the hall. We have got some just Good Home Problem Sealing Brilliant White. That stuff is good because it's a lot thicker than just normal emulsion, which is good because the ex-owner of this house was a smoker, so there's quite a lot of yellow stains, especially on the ceilings, obviously smoke going up, so that does a good job of masking that, especially after you do a couple of coats of that. So that's the sealing stuff for my skirtings and door frames and woodwork. Just using Dulux 1 coat satin wood, pure brilliant white. Get a nice gloss off of that. For part of the walls, we're using Valspar Premium. This stuff's like, it's not top tier level, but it's your best affordable stuff and actually comes up really good. This is called Elephant's Breath. I don't know where they come up with the names, but this is actually a Farrow and Ball colour, and the good thing about Valspar is they can colour match to Farrow and Ball stuff, and it's a third of the price compared to Farrow and Ball, which is ridiculously expensive. And then the blue we're using, or whatever colour you want to call it, it looks blue to me, is Valspar Premium again. Wall and ceiling stuff. We're using all matte colours because that's the kind of look we're going for. Everything's going to be matte black, matte colours, black and white. That's the main colours. I don't know actually what this colour is called, but the colour code is 8900. Oh no, that's a lie. Code is, oh no, yeah, 8900, 8916, 8920, 8951. So if you ever want to get it, that's your colour code. So yeah, let's get started with the woodwork. So that's all the woodwork done. That took way longer than I expected. I didn't think it would take that long, but it took me most of the day. It's, what time is it now? It's 4:15. So we're getting on in the day, but that is, the cornice been done, the railing been done, all the door frames and the skirtings all been done twice. So it actually looks a lot glossier and whiter now, which is good. Excuse the mess of the door, but you can definitely tell that that's not a lot whiter than the yellow it was this morning. Painting that box white as well, so it looks a bit tighter. That's going to get covered with a radiator cover, so it doesn't have to be perfect, you're not going to see it. But yeah, I am now going to get the ceiling done, because that only needs 1 coat. So get the ceiling done now and then see how long that takes me. I might try to get 1 coat of the brown and blue done today. It would be good to, if not, I've just got to do that tomorrow, and then I can do one coat in the morning, let it dry, and then do the other coat in the afternoon. And then if it needs another one, it needs another one, but hopefully it won't. But yeah, long day, boring day. But let's just get this sealant cracked out just now and then take it from there. It is now 11 minutes to 7. That took ages, but we have got sealing done and the first coat of Elephant's Breath done. So it's starting to look like a semi-finished job. I was hoping to get the whole thing done one coat today, but cutting in under the cornice and that takes a bit of time, so I've had enough, calling it a day. 7 o'clock's long enough. Tomorrow, just come in, smash out all the walls and I'm done, finally. So yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, day 5 on the whole renovation. Not much to say today other than let's get this finished and ticked off. Gonna start with the first coat of the bottom of the blue. Let that dry, then I can tackle second coat of the brown. And then by the time I've done that, the bottom blue should be dry, and I get the second coat of that, and then I should be okay with 2 coats, fingers crossed. If not, I can touch up both of them throughout the day. But yeah, that's it, get these 2 coats done, get a new light up, just sitting there, and we're finished. And that's another thing ticked off the list, excluding the carpet and furnishings. This part is finished. So yeah, I'll get this set up for time lapses. Let's just get cracking on. Update. It is now 7 minutes past 1, and that has taken me 2.5 hours, something like that, 2.5, maybe 3 hours, 3 hours, yeah, 3 hours to only be able to apply half of the first coat of blue. There's just so much cutting in and that to do, so I'm going to go home for lunch, and then I'm really going to have to get my finger out and get hammering on. I'm not even going slow, I feel like I'm painting as fast as I can, but it's just a slow process, but it's coming together. I think that box is going to blend in quite well once I've done it properly, you know. I think it'll actually blend in not too bad considering. But yeah, starting to come together. So I've still got all this. Yeah, see, I've probably got a good, I've got half. I've got half to just apply 1 coat to, and then I'm still going to have to do 2. So get that first coat finished, and then go on to the brown, and just finish the brown. And that means if I have to finish it tomorrow, the blue, I have to finish it tomorrow, that's just the way it goes. But I'd rather not, I want to get it all finished today. So yeah, catch up in a bit. So, time is 2 minutes to 7. And we are 98% finished. There's a few little touch-ups, and I've just noticed something. If I don't fix it now, it's going to annoy me. Must have cut. We're just measuring with a measure tape measuring. I must have nicked it. Yeah, we are 98% finished. What do you think? looks not too bad if I'd say so myself. There's a few dodgy parts you can maybe see here in the, it's just not sticking very well. So that's, everything's had 2 coats. So I've had enough for the day, obviously, it's 7 o'clock. So tomorrow I'm gonna probably have to touch up a few of these bits. Get the light up, get that sorted. We were just measuring because we were thinking we actually might put a door frame. There's no door going on the kitchen door here into the kitchen, but we actually think if we put a frame just to match it, it would look a lot better. So, which I would agree. This one, the bedroom door doesn't matter because there's a sliding door, so that's fine, but I think that kitchen, when we're just looking at it, we think it'll look a lot better with a door frame, so that's another job I've got to do. But I was just going to end this video once the whole thing was decorated and stuff, because it looked like a finished product, but I'm just going to keep it going until it's, excluding the carpet, because that's could be a couple of weeks away, but just keep it going until it's totally finished. It'll only be maybe another day or 2, so it's not like it's that big of a deal, but yeah, I like it, it's looking good. I'm tired, I don't want to talk anymore, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, day 6 on the whole renovation, hopefully the last and final day. I think I'll be able to finish all today. Just be down to builders to get some door facings, because as I said in last night's clip before I went home, I'm gonna frame this door up, face this door up so it matches these two, so it flows in a bit better because it looks a bit daft. Come in, the paint actually looks really good, doesn't really look like it's needing any touch-ups, or any major touch-ups anyway. It's not needing any more, it's not needing a second or third or fourth coat anyway, so that's the main thing. A few wee bits here and there, just with a wee touch-up, especially on the skirtings and the railing, just for being a bit of paint splatter. But yeah, apart from that, it looks great, so not as big as a task as I thought it was going to be. So today, say we're going to get this door faced up, get a frame built and get that faced up, and then get that faced up, get it painted, get the new light on, get the radiator back on, and get this box lined up and finished, painted properly, and tidied up, and then yeah, that'll be it finished. I think we've definitely changed our mind on the doors. We're going to keep the front door black because the outside of the door is black, because we've changed the whole concept of the outside of the flat, but we think the inside doors, so bathroom door, living room door and the bedroom sliding door, is we're going to go from black back to white doors, I think, because I just don't think the colour combination works too well. There's too many colours, because you've got the white, the ceiling and the railing and the skirting, the brown, the blue and the black. It's just too much, and because it's so small, I think it'll make it quite dark, so we're going to go for the white doors instead, which is fine, because I said to Dad last night, I was like, even if you want to change your mind in a few months time, if you don't like it, you can just paint the doors black. It's easier to paint them black than it's easier to paint a white door black than a black door white, and the white doors are actually cheaper to buy as well, which is good. So yeah, just gonna get cracking on. So that's the door all framed up. Not too bad. Put a whole new sheet of line of plasterboard in and behind there. Just needs, I've got a wee bit of filler in some of the holes and stuff, and a wee bit of filler in the screw marks and things like that. But then just letting that dry. Then I can put caulk in all the edges, make it all look a bit more professional, like I've done a decent job, and then can paint it and it'll be finished. It'll look a million times better. It actually does look a lot better than what I did before, so I'm glad we actually made that decision. So yeah, that's one thing ticked off. I'm going to tackle the light, put the new light up now before it gets too dark, because it'll be dark in about 3 hours time, so if I don't do it now, because obviously I need to turn the power off, so if I can do that now, then I can worry about the painting and the radiator and stuff after that once I've got lights up. So yeah, let's keep cracking. So lights up, looks really cool. Efficiency of light out of it, pretty shite, but you know, maybe we can get a brighter bulb, it might help. But yeah, looks really cool, but light output pretty terrible. So let me know what you think. It makes a pretty awesome pattern on the roof light. Looks pretty baller, but as you can see, light output is pretty poor, but bear wait and see what Father says later on. So get the radiator mounted back up over here. Just going back up here, get the radiator mounted up, and then do my bits of painting. Like I was going to say, I'll do that. I'm just trying to think what I'm going to do. Do the box first, get that painted up, and then little touch ups here and there, get that door frame finished, and then we're done. Smashed out eventually. It only took 6 days, but we're getting there. And that's it, finished. 6 days to do this haul, but what a difference. I think it looks pretty amazing. I'm not going to blow my own trumpet too much, but I think it looks pretty superb. The only thing that's missing is doors for the bedroom lounge and bathroom, and a radiator cover to cover that fuse box. But apart from that, it's totally finished. And I'll be honest, it does look pretty good. Let me know what you think. This light, okay, the output is pretty poor, but I think it looks awesome with that effect it has. But yeah, as I say, fuse box, radiator cover to cover that old fuse box and stuff. But yeah, I think it looks pretty mint. I would say I did a pretty good job of blending in my other old fuse box. You know, not bad. That door frame that I've added as well really makes it look a lot better. It's a massive noticeable difference. But yeah, I think it looks pretty bloody good. So boom, that's another part of the house ticked off. So the next bit is the kitchen and the sunroom, which is going to be a pretty major task, but again will look a million times better once it's done. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed making it. I put a lot of effort into this one. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my work on the flat and the work in the video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video, which will be the renovation of the kitchen. So catch you soon. Cheers.